This show is part of OnePlace, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to today's Roundup, where we bring you the latest in entertainment and culture. We have a packed show today covering everything from major wedding leaks to high-profile legal battles and Hollywood biopics.
Taylor Swift hits back at Jack White's songwriting critiques.
Leaked invites reveal Taylor and Travis's summer wedding date.
Perez Hilton weighs in on the surprising wedding details.
Save the Dates confirm a massive New York City celebration plans.
Diddy's lawyers argue his freak-offs were just amateur films.
Taylor Swift's bridal-inspired outfit fuels more wedding excitement.
Victoria Beckham removes all tattoos dedicated to husband David.
Fans slam the new Michael Jackson biopic performance clip.
First up today, Taylor Swift is reportedly taking a firm stand against recent comments made by Jack White. The former White Stripes frontman recently criticized the trend of pop stars writing about their public breakups, specifically referencing Swift's style as something he finds boring. While White later tried to clarify that he was only speaking about his own creative preferences and not attacking Taylor directly, the damage was done. Insiders say Taylor views these remarks as a classic example of patriarchal bias that still exists in the music industry. She feels that when female artists share deeply personal and emotional stories through their music, it is often dismissed as less serious or meaningful compared to the work of their male counterparts. It is a frustration she has faced throughout her career, despite her massive success and influence.
The situation really highlights the ongoing debate about confessional songwriting. Jack White argued that he doesn't find it interesting to write about himself, but for Taylor, her personal honesty is exactly what has built such a strong connection with her global fan base. Sources close to her mention that she sees this as a pattern where women's experiences are trivialized. Even though White tried to walk back his comments by saying he wasn't calling her music boring, the initial comparison stuck. He mentioned that the Taylor Swift way of airing breakups wasn't for him, which many saw as a direct slight. Taylor, now 36, seems more determined than ever to defend the validity of her narrative style. It is not just about one interview. It is about challenging the outdated mindset that rock music is somehow more authentic than personal pop storytelling.
Next, the wedding of the century finally has a date and a location. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are reportedly set to tie the knot in New York City on July 3rd. This news comes after months of intense speculation from fans who thought they might choose Taylor's famous Rhode Island mansion. Instead, they have opted for the Big Apple, a city Taylor has long called home and even immortalized in her music. The couple is said to be quite disappointed that the details leaked, as they had gone to great lengths to keep everything secret. Guests were reportedly required to sign non-disclosure agreements just to RSVP to the save-the-date invites. While the exact venue is still a mystery, insiders describe it as an arena or a museum-like space, which suggests a massive scale for the ceremony.
It is interesting that they chose New York, but it makes sense given Taylor's extensive property holdings in Tribeca and her deep connection to the city. The July 3rd date is also strategically placed right before her favorite holiday, the 4th of July, which could mean a weekend-long celebration. Despite the leak, the couple doesn't seem to be pursuing legal action, though they are frustrated. The scale of this event sounds incredible. With the mention of an indoor museum-style venue, Taylor has been spotted recently in bridal-inspired clothing, which only added to the frenzy. After 2 years of dating and a private proposal in Missouri, the transition to a high-profile New York wedding feels like a major milestone. Fans are already scouring the city for clues on which iconic landmark might host the superstar and the NFL champion this summer.
Moving on, Perez Hilton has also jumped into the conversation regarding the Taylor and Travis wedding news. He shared that the save the dates have officially gone out, confirming the buzz that has been building for weeks. Hilton seems to think the leaked details make a lot of sense, and has even proposed his own theories about why the couple chose this specific timing and location. For a long time, the public was kept in the dark, but now that the invites are in the hands of their inner circle, the wall of secrecy is starting to crumble. Hilton's take adds another layer of excitement for the fans who follow every move of this power couple. He emphasizes that the logistics of the wedding are finally coming together, and the choice of New York City aligns perfectly with Taylor's public persona and her history of hosting legendary parties.
The reaction from commentators like Perez Hilton shows just how much this wedding is dominating the cultural zeitgeist. It is not just about two people getting married, it is a massive media event. Hilton's confirmation of the save the dates aligns with other reports, suggesting that the inner circle is now fully aware of the plans. He seems particularly interested in the why behind the decisions, pointing toward the couple's desire for a grand yet controlled environment. By using NDAs and choosing a massive indoor venue, they are trying to balance their public lives with a need for some level of privacy. Hilton's coverage often reflects the pulse of the fan base, and his enthusiasm for these revealed details suggests that the anticipation is only going to grow as we get closer to July. It is clear that every small piece of information is being treated as a major revelation.
Now to this. More details are emerging about the explosive wedding plans for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. For a while, there were rumors that they would marry on June 13th in Rhode Island, but those rumors were recently debunked by luxury wedding planners. Now, the focus has shifted entirely to the July 3rd date in New York City. This shift caught many fans off guard, as the June 13th date is Taylor's lucky number, making it a very plausible theory. However, the New York City location is being hailed as a perfect fit because both Taylor and Travis have expressed their love for the city's energy. Travis has even mentioned in the past how much he enjoys walking the streets of New York and feeling the electricity of the people. It seems the couple wants to capture that specific vibe for their big day.
The timing of the wedding is also a major talking point because it falls right before the 4th of July. Taylor is famous for her star-studded Independence Day parties, so combining her wedding with that holiday weekend could lead to an unprecedented celebration. The save the dates have reportedly been sent to a very exclusive list, and the excitement is palpable. Fans are calling it a fireworks for all moment. It is a significant change from the previous rumors, and it shows how well the couple managed to keep the real plans under wraps for so long. Even though the secret is out now, the scale of a New York City wedding on a holiday weekend is something that few celebrities could pull off. It really cements their status as the ultimate power couple, blending the worlds of music, sports, and high society New York life.
Next up, in a significant legal development, attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs are fighting to overturn his conviction by arguing that his infamous freak-offs were actually just amateur pornography. During an appeal hearing on April 9th, his legal team claimed that these events were highly choreographed sexual performances involving costumes, role play, and staged lighting. They argue that because these were filmed for personal viewing, they should be protected under the First Amendment. This is a direct challenge to the prosecution's use of the Mann Act, which prohibits transporting people across state lines for prostitution or immoral purposes. Diddy's lawyers are trying to convince the court that the term prostitution should only apply when a paying customer is involved, rather than the private filmed activities that took place. Diddy is currently serving a 50-month sentence in a federal prison in New Jersey.
The prosecution has been quick to dismiss these arguments as meritless. They maintain that Diddy used force, threats, and coercion to get victims to participate in these multi-day drug-induced events. According to the government, Diddy is not an adult film distributor, and his actions fall squarely under the criminal statutes he was convicted of. They argue that he transported commercial sex workers for his own gratification, which is exactly what the law is designed to prevent. The defense's attempt to rebrand these events as amateur pornography is seen by many as a desperate move to secure a new trial or an overturned verdict. The judge's decision on this appeal will be a major turning point in the case. If the court accepts the defense's logic, it could have broad implications for how the Mann Act is applied in cases involving filmed sexual content.
Now shifting to Taylor Swift continues to drop hints about her upcoming wedding through her fashion choices. She was recently spotted in New York wearing a stunning ivory satin skirt that many are calling a bridal-inspired look. Walking with her friend Ashley Avignon, Taylor looked every bit the bride to be, pairing the elegant skirt with a chic black top and heels. This public appearance has only fueled the fire regarding her July wedding to Travis Kelce. It seems she is embracing the pre-wedding glow and isn't afraid to lean into the bridal aesthetic while out on the town. This sighting follows a string of weddings in her close circle, including Selena Gomez and Estee Haim, suggesting that Taylor is very much in a wedding frame of mind. Fans are analyzing every detail of the outfit, wondering if it offers a clue about her actual wedding gown.
The contrast between her public outings and the secretive nature of the wedding planning is fascinating. While she is wearing ivory satin in the streets of New York, her team is reportedly keeping the exact date and location so hidden that even some guests are still in the dark about the finer details. Travis Kelce proposed last summer, in a very intimate setting in Missouri, which was a far cry from the glitz of their current lives. Since then, they have been inseparable, even sneaking into exclusive Oscars after-parties together. The ivory skirt moment feels like a deliberate nod to her fans, a way of sharing her excitement without giving away the main event. As the summer nuptials approach, every appearance is being treated as a preview of what is to come. It is clear that Taylor is enjoying this chapter of her life immensely.
Next, Victoria Beckham has officially moved on from her collection of tattoos. Her son, Cruz Beckham, confirmed during an Instagram Q&A that his mother has had all of her inkings removed, including the tributes she had for her husband, David. Victoria once had several significant pieces, including a Hebrew poem on her back and David's initials on her wrist. She previously explained that the tattoos simply weren't pretty anymore, noting that they had become thick and started to bleed over time. She insisted that the removal doesn't have any deeper meaning regarding her relationship. She just felt they didn't look delicate or nice anymore. This rebranding has been a gradual process, as eagle-eyed fans first noticed her wrist tattoos fading during a beauty video back in 2022. Now, according to Cruz, the process is complete and she is tattoo-free.
It is quite a change for someone who had such personal symbols on her body for so long. The tattoos marked major milestones, like her 10th wedding anniversary and the renewal of her vows in 2006. She even had 5 stars on her lower back representing her family members. Victoria's decision to remove them seems to be purely aesthetic, fitting with her evolution into a high-end fashion designer where a clean, minimalist look is often preferred. While David continues to add to his extensive collection of tattoos, Victoria has chosen a different path. She told the Today Show that she was just a bit sick of how they looked. It is a reminder that even the most permanent-seeming tributes can be changed. For Victoria, it is about maintaining a certain image that aligns with her current style, rather than holding on to ink that she feels has lost its beauty.
Finally, the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic, titled Michael, is facing some early criticism after a new clip was released. The footage features Jafar Jackson, Michael's real-life nephew, performing the iconic hit Billie Jean. While the clip has garnered millions of views, the reaction has been surprisingly negative. Many fans are taking issue with the cinematography and the editing, rather than Jafar's performance itself. Critics have described the shots as uninspired and complained that the frequent cuts to the audience destroy the momentum of the famous Motown 25 recreation. Some have even compared the aesthetic to the Freddie Mercury biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, suggesting it feels overproduced and lacks the magic of the original footage. Despite Jafar successfully recreating the moonwalk, the technical choices made by director Antoine Fuqua and his team are being heavily scrutinized by the King of Pop's dedicated fan base.
It is a tough spot for a film that has already dealt with reshoots and a delayed release. Some fans are blunt, calling the clip atrocious, while others are more optimistic about the movie's potential box office success. The film stars Coleman Domingo and Nia Long alongside Jafar, and it is set to hit theaters on April 24th. The pressure to get a Michael Jackson biopic right is immense, especially when recreating moments as legendary as the 1983 Motown performance. While the younger Jackson clearly has the moves down, the backlash against the Bohemian Rhapsody vibes suggests that modern audiences are looking for something more authentic and less stylized. Whether the full film can overcome this initial negative consensus remains to be seen. But the conversation is certainly heated. It will be interesting to see if the general audience feels the same way when it finally premieres.
That wraps up our briefing for today. Thank you for joining us for this look at the latest stories. Be sure to follow us for your next daily update on everything pop culture.